Dear USA, all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans, I hope we are all on the same page on this regard that I'm providing very, very important, very, very crucial civil justice sign of march for myself, and the multitasking is the wisdom. With that said, I'll quickly read through this. Before reading through this civil justice sign off, I want to sing Christmas caroling song. Okay, it is Joy to the World, both in English and Tamil. Okay. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let us receive our King. Let every heart prepare and brew. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat, repeat the sounding joy. No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, far as the curse is found. Far as the curse is found, far as the curse is found. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glorious of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. I'll sing the same Joy to the World Christmas caroling song in Tamil also, okay? Nannalil Christiesu Janitada Vinmanorum Evanmavum என்றென்றும் பாடிடவே என்றென்றும் பாடிடவே என்றென்றும் பாடிடவே ஆர்ப்பரிப்போம் இந்நன்னாளில் நம் மீட்பர் ஜெனித்ததார் வான்பூமியும் சிருஷ்டிகளும் என்றென்றும் போற்றிடவே என்றென்றும் போற்றிடவே என்றென்றும் போற்றிடவே. உன்னதத்தில் மகிமையும் பூமியில் சமாதானமும் மனிதர் மேல் அன்பும் நிலைத்து நிற்கவும் நம் மீட்பர் ஜென்மித்தார், நம் மீட்பர் ஜென்மித்தார், நம் மீட்பர் ஜென்மித்தார். So I will read the civil justice sign off, and it is so with this civil justice sign off, now you must be very happy right now, because with this civil justice sign off, the 10% of that last display of the crime, that reduced to 5%. So after this session, only 5% is left out. So that's the good news, isn't it? Because I'll be finishing it, that 5%, but it'll take a little bit time, the different sessions, but it's still a good sign that we are at least in the very last part of the 5% of the deadliest crime display. Okay, and then probably I will even have to take a break here and there. Okay, So with that said, I will read through the civil justice, okay? For whatever crime provided by internal revenue agencies of 50 states of United States of America, Federal Reserve Banks of United States of America, and Treasury of United States of America, I proved in this session what exactly is a crime. Please go refer the screenshots, okay, for the details, okay? And the jurisdiction process is according to the Holy Bible guidance only. So, for whatever this tax fraud crime is provided by at fault found guilty United States of American nation for past 500 years, for 2019, for 2020, for 2021, and I proved the deadliest crime of Department of Health Services to USA government, and also for I displayed the deadliest crime of public sectors and private sectors to United States of America. I want all the salaries I've been asking, the finance aid, the job offer, everything. That's the last generic part of the civil justice, which I will read it out. But before that, for whatever crime the United States of America provided in that form of tax fraud, crime types, go see the screenshots. It's a live proof there. I want at fault found guilty, the true criminal, Antichrist, Lucifer, Satan, Pope Francis, to pay me tax-free $1,500,000 trillion per tax fraud crime provided by United States of America per state times 50 states. So that means $1,500,000 trillion will be count one crime for every crime count provided by Pope Francis. That many times Pope Francis must pay me $1,500,000 trillion, and that will be the grand total of the tax-free $1 trillion United States of America to pay me. This is only for the tax fraud crime. Oh, that is more crime is there. So that is the last 5% of the crime. And above all, I want Pope Francis to resign, and I am displaying. See, out of all human kingdom, national leaders don't know that that should never be taxed. So that's a crime. And governments don't know that should never be taxed. That's a crime. Senate don't know that should never be taxed. That's a crime. Then Congress don't know that that should never be taxed. So that's a crime. And House of Representatives don't know that that should never be crime. So that's a crime. And Republicans of United States of America don't know that should never be taxed. So that's a crime. Democrats don't know that that should never be taxed. So that's a crime. Harvard Law School don't know that should never be taxed. So that's a crime. Harvard Medical School don't know that should never be taxed. So that's a crime. Teachers don't know that should never be taxed. That's a crime. Doctors don't know that should never be taxed. That's a crime. And engineers don't know that should never be taxed. That's a crime. And who are else there? All the other population worldwide of any types, of any skin color, any ethnicity, any nationality don't know that should never be taxed. That's a crime. Crime here, crime there, crime everywhere, right? And I cannot tolerate that, because a nation should not create damages of any type. Mandating civilians to pay tax is a damage creation process, right? So, civil justice as of today, according to the Holy Bible guidelines alone, I want Pope Francis to pay me tax-free $1,500,000 trillion for each and every single type of tax fraud crime provided by United States of American government, Department of Health Services provided tax fraud crime, Department of Children Families provided tax fraud crime, Department of Revenue Services provided tax fraud crime, Department of Justice provided tax fraud crime, Department of Workforce Division provided tax fraud crime. So in true Christianity, it is a crime when Christians don't know that must never be taxed in any corner of the earth, and nations must never collect tax of any form, and for Christians worldwide don't know that must never be taxed, Holocaust, NAZISM, in any versions or variants anywhere in the earth. As of April 13th of 2021, Pope Francis must pay me tax-free $1,500,000 trillion direct deposit to my bank account. And Pope Francis, being God of USA, failed in God of USA job, must resign now. And I, Vethapriya Prose, only is aware there must never be any tax, Holocaust, Nazism in any corner of the earth. Out of 7.9 plus billions of humans, I, Vethapriya Prose, only one true woman, alone knows that there should never be any tax in the earth, any corner of the earth. So, I, Vethapriya Prose, should be the Vatican leader now, is civil justice served, and Pope Francis must resign now. And I will go ahead and read the generic civil justice, okay? For I, Vethapriya Prose, native Indian tribe, Christian Jew of Israel, Judah, Jerusalem, and true owner of USA, and proved USA's Tamil Nadu, and I, Vethapriya Prose, have highest impasse eligibility to lead USA, I must be interim leader of USA now, is civil justice served. And for I, Vethapriya Prose, displayed USA government errors and the scandal of absolute monarchs, and also the deadliest tax fraud crime created and provided by Pope Francis, the Antichrist, the Lucifer, the Satan. I, Vethapriya Prose, for civil justice and Holy Bible guidelines, want United States of America to rename Lord Ripon Building in Tamil Nadu, India, after my name, Vethapriya, is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya Prose, to become the Vatican leader now, is civil justice served. And Pope Francis must resign abruptly now, is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya Prose, to become the Supreme Chief Civil Judge for all nations, and Supreme Chief Family Law Judge and Children Law Judge for all nations, is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya Prose, to become the Global Poverty Relief Medical Director Chief for all nations, to lead and guide World Bank, United Nations Organizations, World Health Organization, Center for Disease Control, Department of Children and Family, Department of Health Services, Department of Justice, Department of IRS, Department of Agriculture, Department of Imports Exports, Department of Military, etc., and all nations across the globe, is civil justice served. And I, Vethapriya Prose, to be the ambassador for all nations, starting with India, and must get dual citizenship of US and India now, is civil justice served. Thank you all for your time. Take care, my dear fellow mankind. Have a good day. And be aware, civil justice always wins, all is a wisdom. And be aware why God is always God. Okay? It is very crucial that USA should sign the job offer to me so that entire human kingdom can be saved. It's not a joke here. And President Joe Biden must get out of the White House, because there is a proof here that he can never be president. Right? I'm a native Indian tribe. I do not need any voting. Without voting only, I must become the interim leader of nation. That displays the blindest faith, blindest trust, and blindest belief that the population in the USA and all nations put on me, trust on me, right? I want that blindest trust. Got it? So thank you all for your time one more time, and have a good day. At least good to know that with this session, I completed 95% of the display of the crime to the USA government. Only last 5% more of the display of the total crime is there, which will, I don't think it will not take much time, but since it has to go by session, and whenever I have to tell the overview of that, it takes time. So so that's pretty much it on that end. Okay, so other than that, remember, celebrate Merry Christmas loudest, celebrate Festival of True Love, and sing Christmas caroling. Be aware that I am there. I'll take care of all the nations, 7.9 plus billions of humans, entire animal kingdom, entire plant kingdom, each dust by dust. Everything will be taken care of in my governance. So even dust will live in peace. Even dust will live in perfect harmony, perfect heaven. So imagine how everybody will be living in the peace, right? Peace that passes understanding. PEACE, right? Thank you all for your time. One more time. Take care. Bye for now.